Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Chris Nelson. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. It's official, Skymark Airlines will launch daily service to Saipan in November. Also tonight, Managaha Island, DPL says they're still waiting for environmental plans from a potential concessionaire. And an emotional day in federal court as 20 people take a pledge to the United States. In sports, rejuvenated co-ed volleyball sets up for a Friday night slam fest. Stay with us, these stories and more are next.
48 hours. That's all we get in a week. But those 48 hours, we try to make them last forever. How? By filling them fast with all the right stuff. With a lot of laughter, a little drama, some adventure, and a whole lot of love.
Dad, Mom's here.
It happens pretty quick,
Bye, Dad.
but it's cool. Because the rest of the week, we talk about our plans
You want to go to the beach?
on how to make the next 48 hours last us a lifetime.
At one of Saipan's beaches, this mother lays about 100 eggs under the cover of darkness. She hides her nest as best she can and then slowly makes her way back to the ocean. The eggs hatch and the babies head for the sea, where they will face a daily dose of danger. Just 1 in 1,000 will make it to adulthood. Those that do will one day lay their own eggs. Sea turtles are protected under CNMI law. If you see one that is stranded or if you see illegal activity, call the hotline at 287-8537. Hafade Tirwami and good evening, Commonwealth. It is Thursday night, October the 24th. Skymark Airlines will begin direct flights from Japan on November the 29th. That's next month. The official announcement came this afternoon. They also announced a special Saipan fare that's going to get a lot of people excited. $38. Let's take a look. The new service is daily. It will leave Tokyo's Narita Airport each morning at 10:15 a.m. and arrive in Saipan at 3 o'clock. The flight from Saipan to Japan will leave here at 4:35 p.m. every day, but Saturday will leave at 5:05. Acting Governor Arnold Palacios.
I think all of the people at the CNMI, this is something that we've been looking forward to, and we're glad it's going to happen.
Companies also announced a Saipan special with fares of just $38 each way. That is for a limited amount of seats. Those special fares will be available on that first flight beginning November 29th. There will be a fuel surcharge of 3,000 yen for flights originating in Japan, $25 for those originating here. Skymark says they will launch an international flights website and reservation center on November the 1st. Company has published fares as well. Normal fare will be $727. They have some discounted fares as well. Ima Toku is the most reasonable fares for early reservations. Tasu Toku is a fare that allows changes, and then the normal fare can be booked up to the day of travel. One-way pricing for the discounted fares as low as $78 each way.
We sincerely hope that this launching of Skymart would be a beginning of a reset to our Japanese tourists coming back.
All right, some welcome news there for the CNMI. Governor and Lieutenant Governor heading to Japan on Tuesday night. There will be an official announcement with Skymark in Tokyo, and we'll bring you that story too. Skymark says they're going to launch a website tomorrow, skymark.jp/international. You can Google it, which will have some flight information on there. And now we head over for the court report with Ashley McDowell.
That's right, Chris. A 42-year-old male has a bail modification in the courtroom of Judge Wesley Bogdan and is released to a third-party custodian. Christopher Wobble is facing charges of assault and battery and disturbing the peace. The Department of Public Safety was called to Cagman, where a female reported Wobble allegedly punched her in the face several times for catching a bouquet at a wedding party they both attended. When the female and her 6-year-old daughter got home, Wobble proceeded to assault her in front of the child. The female had bruising on her left facial area and a cut inside her lower lip. Wobble is released to his brother as the third-party custodian on a $5,000 unsecured bond and has an 8 p.m. curfew. A preliminary hearing is set for October 29th and an arraignment is scheduled for November 18th. And the deadline is approaching for those eligible for permanent status in the Marianas. It's Public Law 116-24, the Northern Mariana Islands Long-Term Residence Relief Act that was signed by President Donald Trump on June 25th, which would provide permanent status to 1,039 individuals in the Marianas. Congressman Gregorio Khalili Sablan introduced the act back in January after President Trump ended the humanitarian parole program. The permanent status would be for parents and spouses of U.S. citizens, caregivers, certain stateless individuals, and immediate relatives of persons granted permanent status by the CNMI immigration law. An automatic 120-day extension of parole for those covered by the law was given by U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, which ends on Monday, October 28th. Parolees that wish to maintain their temporary parole status must first apply for re-parole and once approved, then file the Form I-765 for employment authorization by the Monday deadline. For more information on the parole extension, visit uscis.gov.
It was exactly 1 year ago, Typhoon U2 caught all of us a bit unprepared. It came on the 24th and left on the 25th, but it's never really left. As Sally Lemus reports, emotions still very close to the surface.
On this day of last year, Super Typhoon U2 was making its way to the CNMI. KSPN goes out into the streets and asks the community what they were doing before the storm.
Were you boarding up your home? Your
I was almost everywhere in the island because I working with generators and I was so busy at that time. Yeah.
Where were you this moment 1 year ago? You remember?
I was at home and just kind of waiting for the storm. And really, we didn't think it was going to be much. And then as the night went on and on and on, it just got stronger and stronger. And I have a tin roof house, right? I go, okay, so I think it's not going to do so good here. But nothing you can do. You just have to wait it out. And at about 1 o'clock in the morning, I went to sleep. I said, there's nothing I can do, no power, no nothing. I heard a big bang. I thought, oh, there goes my roof. But nothing happened. And so I was just so lucky. You know, I'm sorry for a lot of people that weren't. But this is just the times. You know, we're just going to be storms. And we don't know how strong. We just had the 2 storms that just passed by within the last 3 weeks. And we were so lucky that we didn't have a reminder of U2 that we came out okay. So maybe all the prayers are working. And I just hope that we get through this year without any more storms. But if we do, I think we're going to be much more prepared than we ever were.
Super Typhoon U2 left the CNMI in a disastrous state for quite a while, but residents express how they feel after 1 year.
So when you think back 1 year, how do you feel seeing everything with the island? And
I don't even remember it. You know, we're so resilient. I mean, what's that saying? Mariana strong. We recovered well.
I think we should be like typhoon ready now. People should be typhoon ready of all those typhoon that passes since 2015. And after that, we have that U2 and we have this, you know, like this Hagibis like that. Everybody is piling up already in in the store, buy some foods, your candles, everything that they got for lightings, gasoline, and we did too.
God is so grateful and I'm very thankful that, you know, He spared everybody alive.
This is Sally Lemus for KSPN News.
20 individuals become United States citizens today during the naturalization ceremony at federal court, with feelings of happiness, relief, and joy as their lives are forever changed.
I feel happy, very happy. Thank you so much.
It feels great. Actually, if I will say I'm happy, I think that's the greatest understatement in my vocabulary.
I feel powerful and important and respected.
Honored, dedicated, proud. I've lived out here, originating in Guam, 1990. It's almost 30 years. It's home now.
It is.
Yeah, I'm proud to be a U.S. citizen.
These 20 new U.S. citizens come from the countries of China, Canada, Philippines, UK, and Korea. And while they all have their different reasons for wanting to become a U.S. citizen,
To be frank, I think the country's in danger. I think everybody needs to step up.
So you lived here for so many years. What made you decide to want to become a citizen after so many years of already living here?
It's home. It's truly home. I love it. I love the island. I love the people. I love the culture. Yeah, so I call it home.
There are many different responses when asked, what is the first thing you want to do as a U.S. citizen? From giving praise. What's the first thing you want to do as a U.S. citizen?
As U.S. citizen, I'll just go to the church and thank the Lord for this wonderful day.
To doing something no one else can do unless you are a citizen of the U.S.
I think I'll start becoming more politically involved. Okay. It's something you can't do as a non-citizen. Yeah?
Yes, voting. I will register. I'll go make my passport today. Yes.
To just simply honoring our country. And what is one of the first things you want to accomplish as a U.S. citizen?
Santiago.
Oh boy, honor America. Yeah, I'm just proud to be here and proud to be a citizen. And yeah, I just want to pass on my fortunes to what I've received to others so they can benefit as well.
I want to take my family, some of my family and my grandchildren.
In the United States, you want to take them around America?
Yes.
And to protect and serve our country in the armed forces, as one individual joined the Army before citizenship was even granted.
Well, I was under my parents, and then I went to Hawaii and as a student visa, and then I joined the Army there because I found out about the program, and then it was kind of on hold, so I came back, and I'm working as a nurse in CHC. And I was under CW, and now I got naturalized.
And tears of joy streamed down her face in delight to become a citizen of the land of the free. And one last question, how does it feel? What's your first feelings and thoughts as you accepted this certificate?
I feel happy.
Congratulations to all. What a heartwarming story. Thank you, Ashley. The Japanese Autumn Festival will be held this Saturday at Sugar King Park in Garapan, and with new flight service announced today from Japan, it will give the Japanese community and all of us really something to really celebrate. Sugar King Park's getting spruced up this week. Masato Tezuka says this year we have a lot to be thankful for.
And I'm very glad to have this opportunity because one thing is just 1 year since the Typhoon U2, we could see the strong recovery with Mariana Strong Split. We'd like to celebrate it. And also another point is Skymark launching will be expected quite soon. So we have two good points. So we'd like to celebrate this opportunity with the local communities. So I'd like to local people, community to visit Autumn Festival and the ceremony in the sugarcane.
The event will start on Saturday morning with a special ceremony. Tezuka says there are talks underway to make Katori, which is in the Chiba prefecture, a sister city of Saipan.
Katori Shrine is very old, historically old, and one of the top class of the shrine in Japan. And Katori Shrine in Sugarcane Park is only one shrine outside of Japan. And this year, 105 years since Katori Shrine was in Saipan. So it's a long history and tie.
Skymark Airlines has donated a round-trip ticket to Japan that will be raffled off on Saturday. Coming up, 1 year since Super Typhoon U2, and a festival will be prepared for the island to celebrate Marianas Strong. That and more after the break.
Get the phone plan you're looking for at IT&E. Stay connected with the strongest, widest, and most reliable network in the Marianas. Stream, share, play, shop, and surf the web with super fast 4G LTE data. Whether you need just a few gigabytes of data to get by, or if you want to go further with unlimited data, there's a plan for you. You'll always get the best price. Visit any IT&E store or call us to learn more. IT&E. Explore your world.
Watch the Visitors Channel online, on time, anytime at saipantv.com. Where to go, what to see, what to do, restaurants, spas, activities, and culture, it's all in one place, in high definition on your mobile device. saipantv.com. Check it out.
Welcome back. You're watching the Thursday night edition of the Channel 2 News. Public Land says a new concession agreement for the CNMI's #1 natural attraction, Managaha Island, is still in the works. Managaha Island reopened today after being closed for the past 3 days due to weather and ocean conditions. Tossi Tours has operated the island for the past 30 years. Triple J was initially awarded a new concession contract but decided to withdraw. DPL then began negotiations with the second bidder, UTOP.
We had a meeting with UTOP, which is the proposed concessionaire, last week, and their attorney and the Attorney General had also joined us last week, and we gave UTOP another 10-day extension to submit required documents that we're asking for. Once those documents are in place, then and has satisfied everything that was called for under the RFP and under their submission, then we will begin with the transition. There should be anywhere from 120 or 150 day transition. We have not informed Tossi Tours of that start date yet. Although it was published in the newspaper a couple weeks ago that UTOP is already the concessionaire in place right now. They are the awardee, but they're not the concessionaire yet. As soon as they validate everything that was on that RFP, then we'll be able to begin. And so they've asked for a 10-day extension, and we granted it last week.
What have they not complied with? I know that there's some environmental
That's the
issues
biggest
out there,
thing,
right?
yeah.
Explain that. What is?
So we need to ensure that for any person that's going to operate as a concessionaire, we need to ensure that the environmental concerns are addressed. There's never been a closure on Managaha. And we need to ensure that the sewer system and the RO system and the generator system are operational as they have been, and that they are adequately maintained moving forward. It's always cheaper to do preventive maintenance than a breakdown. And we're just, with regards to the concessionaire, we're just tightening up our negotiations to ensure that every I is dotted and every T is crossed. We don't want a Managaha closed because of sewer spillage, or it's a rippling, damaging effect to the economy. And so before we hand it over, we just need to ensure that everything is in place.
Are you comfortable with that? Do you think that they have the skill set to handle that?
Absolutely, yeah.
It's been almost 1 year since Super Typhoon U2, and the entire island is called to come together and watch how high the CNMI has risen. Sally Lemus has more.
The Lady Diane Torres Foundation will be hosting the Resiliency Fest this Saturday at the Marianas Business Plaza, which celebrates the strength of the Marianas.
We don't want to remind anybody of what happened during U2, but what we want to do is celebrate our resiliency. The strength of our people, how long or how far we've come after this really, really bad devastation.
First Lady Diane Torres says they are in close work with the Crisis Counseling Group, Office of the Governor, and the Mayor of Saipan.
Lots of food, fun, and we're there to celebrate how strong we are and how far we've come.
The John Dank Show and local artists such as Doggo Diggers, Gotti, Big J Salapeo, and Studio 29 will be performing. Relief goods will also be distributed throughout the event. Admission is free and the festival starts at 5 p.m. until 10. This is Sally Lemis for KSPN News.
Thank you, Sally. Coming up, the future of NMI women's soccer is in the present. Yes, it's time now for the KSPN2 Sports Report.
Faster, easier to use. With live TV, recordings, video on demand, and streaming apps, all in a single place. When you're looking for something new, recommendations are tailored to you. Voice-powered, personalized results to find what you want faster. And the unlimited potential of smart home. The new experience from TiVo is here.
Bubblegum Shrimp Company opens daily at 11 a.m. Located on Beach Road in the heart of Garapan.
You deserve more. I know it's been hard. Come on, let's go for a ride.
Hi, welcome to Dow Rent to Own.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now this feels like home.
Dial Rent to Own, making lives better since 1987.
Buena sports fans. Buena sports fans, co-ed indoor volleyball heats up in the added gym. Playoff action was hot and heavy last night, sending 2 teams packing and 2 teams to Friday's fantastic finale. The added gym is open, but for how long?
We're not sure. Will it be open when that little kid grows up? Who knows? All we know is that Wednesday night, the balls were flying. Tyler Bray brings down the hammer for We Are Groot against the Asgardians. Nick Gross serving. Oh, he serves too hard for her. Nick serves again. This time, Channy Lizama is able to get a two-fisted return. Tice Mister to Nick, who races into the net, to Tyler for the poke. The winner of this game will move to the semifinals Friday. Asgardians planned on being there, and they canceled all of their appointments for that evening, except, of course, the awards celebration. Myron Lanizu says, give me some of that awards banquet. Hey, wonder what Myron looked like 12 years ago? Hey, we were all younger 12 years ago. Look, everyone wants to shake his hand. No wonder. Now go sit down. Here's a blast from the past. Dale Roberts with the net help. He's not skinny anymore. Tyler, the big hitter for We Are Groot. Don't ask me what Groot means. One of these teams had to end their season. Neither wanted to. This game was extra crispy. After splitting the first two sets, the Guardians took the third set for the match. The other losers bracket game, the old Aces sent Iron Spike scrambling. Wham, bam, that's the old Aces style. They eliminated Iron Spike. So Friday, 7 p.m., old Aces versus Asgardians. Winner meets Black Panther at 8 o'clock for the glory. All right, Saturday night, under the Kville lights, girls soccer U16. Let's see the competition. Soccer balls rolling all over the Coblerville Training Center all day Saturdays. Kanoa FC in blue versus Kanoa FC. That rocket shot by Paul and Joyce just misses in this U16 contest. Charmaine Francisco tries the left side, but she runs out of real estate. Katrina Costales, the run on the right. Katrina finds the back of the net. She had a couple of goals for Shirley's. Paul in with the corner to the top, back to KFC's top scorer. She gets in a couple of short attempts, but Shirley's defense holds and clears. Katrina takes another shot and takes a seat at the same time. It was still 1-0 Shirley's. Here's a one-on-one battle between two national players. Paul in on offense, Lillian Padzutsky on defense, and this time, Lillian prevails. Another scoring opportunity, but KFC called for offside, so don't pay any attention to that. Turns out they didn't really need it. Paulin added 3 goals, leading KFC to a 6-3 victory over Shirley's.
Here's the windup and the pitch.
I don't believe what I just saw!
Let's roll at Gold's Gym Saipan with group exercise for every body. Total Resistant Exercise, or TRX, helps develop your core and improve strength. And Zumba toning is probably the funnest way to get fit. The Shake Cafe is a great place to stop by for a meal replacement or supplements. Today is the first day of the rest of your life.
Traveling or laying over on Guam? Don't wait around. Zip into Guam Adventures Zipline Park inside the Hilton Resort and Spa. Guides will take you through a series of zips, starting with a mountain course and then zip over the ocean with spectacular views of Tumon Bay. 6 zip lines in all deliver a thrilling experience, and it's family friendly, so bring the kids ages 6 and up. You'll love the security of double lines and a new braking system to make riding smoother. The towers are named after the islands in the Marianas. We call it the Island Hopper. Your guides will teach you what you need to know to soar through the jungle with a bird's eye view. Best of all, for residents of Saipan, Tinian, and Rota, you can book this experience at 20% savings. Log on to GuamAdventures.com and during checkout, use offer code HAFA20. Book it and zip it today. We'll even pick you up. All right, today's high 84, the low 75, humidity 93%. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, isolated showers, east winds 15 to 20 miles an hour, high 88, low 78. Seas 5 to 7 feet, sunrise 10 past 6, low tide at 2 past 11 in the morning, a high tide 40 past 5, and then sunset at 5:51.
Thank you for the lovely weather report, Bob. It was a year ago that Typhoon U2 was bearing down on us. It's nice to have just normal weather for a change. That is news, sports, and weather on this Thursday in the Commonwealth. Thanks for watching. Good night.